You're a very successful chief executive, Jacqueline, as well. And so could you just tell us, if you're going to give any advice for a newly appointed CEO, what advice would you give to a newly appointed CEO that wants to be a world-class CEO like you are?
I think the first thing is to engage with the people that you're going to be working with. People are at the heart of the business. It's always going to be difficult when you're coming in and stepping into somebody else's shoes and you've inherited a team of people. But the first thing is to engage with them. And something I would say actually I do now, I think the other thing is to, obviously you're going to sit down, you're going to chat to the team, you're going to talk to them individually. And one question I always ask is, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? And I think that to do that as a new executive, first of all, you're going to learn a lot about the business. The individual that you're talking to is going to be flattered that you care about what they think. It's going to be very enlightening. And I think it encourages an openness. And it says that, you're giving them permission to be completely honest with you. And I think that's a very good start to being a new chief executive.
That's great advice, because I think a lot of chief execs think that because they're the top dog, they need to know everything about in the business. But it seems to me that it's just about asking the right questions to people, in the organisation and listening.
It is. I mean, it's very difficult because every business has its culture, and every chief executives have their own management style.
Sure.
So but I think that's the one piece that suits all.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got their own management style, but yours certainly is effective and it works because I understand you were voted by the DTI as one of the top 100 companies to work for in the UK. And again, I quote you, if we want happy customers, we have to have happy teams. So apart from really listening to the employees, which is certainly an amazing thing to do, what other tips or pieces of advice would you give on building a workforce that's really motivated?
I think there's a couple of things. First of all, we've developed a business culture. I think that's very important that you've got consistency around the business. Yeah. I employ smart, passionate people that I like, and people that I think will work well together in our business culture. We have set about values, people values that everybody has bought into. So our values spell pride. So P is for passion about the business. We want to employ people that are going to be passionate and love the brand. R is for respect. People that, we want our teams to respect each other. We want inclusive relationships in the business so that everybody works as a team. Of course, our team have to be daring. But that's not just daring in what we do, but also daring in giving them, encouraging the team to step outside their comfort zone and maybe try new things, come up with new ideas, and letting them know it's okay to make mistakes as long as they learn by them. And of course, experts in what they do. We will always select experts for the job. And I think everybody's bought into that, and everybody knows what the values are and feels part of it. Obviously, feedback is very important, as we talked about earlier. Making people feel valued is the other thing. Everybody has a part to play. No matter what level they are, everybody in the business is important to the success of the business, and they need to know that.
Absolutely. In fact, so what was the I for?
Inclusive.
Inclusive. Thank you. Listening should be another one, shouldn't it? You say it's really important to build a small company mindset. And continue that small company mindset as you grow an organisation. And I think a lot of organisations, as they grow, try to do that, but find it very, very difficult. But you've done a great job at doing it. So any advice there?
It is difficult as you get larger, and certainly, we've faced those challenges as well. Obviously, you don't shut yourself away in your ivory tower. We have an open door policy, making sure that you have a culture where your directors get involved at all levels. You're just working in the stores, as I was talking about earlier, helps that. And I think the other thing is to make sure that you don't bury yourself in red tape, that you allow good ideas to be processed quickly, and that decisions are made quickly, and that there's not, hundreds of meetings with hundreds of people that really just weigh you down. in bureaucracy. So I think that's key.
Keeping it sort of as light as possible without... That's good for running a country as well, I would have thought.